Restaurant Supply team with Captain Darian White, Cola Bad Bear with rebounds, Madison Jackson assists, and your shooter from downtown, Leah Beatty. J&V Restaurant Supply, savor the difference.
Let's see, start with a lot of special teams play for both ball teams that were big plays here tonight.
Yeah, our kick return kind of kept us in it. And obviously I think their returns in that second half helped open it up. We put our defense in a ton of bad situations tonight with the special teams play, the turnovers. And obviously that game got away from us. We gotta look at, they're a good team. There's no doubt about that. They're a good team, but that was not our best today, and we gotta find out how to get our best as soon as possible.
From a defensive standpoint, really had trouble getting pressure on their quarterback.
Yeah, they got a good offensive line. I think we knew that coming in. I think they did a good job, I believe, line of scrimmage, changing protections, seeing maybe where we were trying to bring pressure from. Yeah, because we didn't really cause much duress. I think a couple times where he got out of pocket, we were probably where we were supposed to be. So we got to look at it. If it was guys trying to do too much, credit to them. I'm sure it's a combination of both.
Looked like a couple miscommunication between Tommy and the receivers there with those interceptions.
Yeah, I think for sure the second and third one. I know the second one, I think he got crossed up a little bit with Willie, and I know on the third one, I think we just ran a wrong route. So we can't have that, no matter at what point of any game.
They attacked the middle of the field pretty much all game. How much of an influence was that? Did you expect that out of their offense?
Well, I think they attacked us a little bit differently than they had the first couple games. They were a little bit lighter in their personnel groupings. They got good coaches. They got good players. I'm certain they were making an effort to get more receivers on the field. Playing without Musgrave today, I think. Credit to them. He had been their biggest passing weapon, receiving weapon these first couple games. They play without him. You got to find a different way to do it, and they did just that.
With such limited running back options, was a two-quarterback plan the plan? And what did you think of that first drive particularly? Kind of had them on their heels.
It was definitely part of the plan. It wasn't going to be exclusive, but leaning on both those guys a little bit from a ball carrying perspective was something we intended on doing. The possessions got away from us. We throw an interception the first play of the second series, and we got the kickoff return. So we went that big, long time without really establishing much of an identity, and then you're down the way you are. And so, yeah, it was definitely part of the plan. It was a long answer to that, but that was definitely part of the plan.
Those two turnovers, how much did that hurt you, especially when you're down 21-14 and then it's 34-14 and without you touching the ball, really?
Yeah, they were huge. We were going to have to come in here and win the turnover battle. We were minus 3, plus they had a couple long returns. We were going to have to be clean, and we were far from clean today. And we got to figure out why we weren't, and we got to squash this. We lost to them tonight. We can't lose to them again.
Oh, sorry, we were a little late to the party there. How much do you contribute Tommy Blunt's 3 interceptions to the fact that this is just kind of his first full season under center?
Oh, I think Tommy's he's learning how to play the position. I don't know. One's a safety making a play. That's hopefully he doesn't do that again. When he gets crossed up, when the guy runs the wrong route, he's learning. And the fact that he hadn't thrown more to this point was probably the anomaly than it was. And I don't know that he was pressing anymore. I don't think he was trying to make the 14-point, the 21-point play. I don't think it was any of that. I think he's got to continue to learn to see the field, and I think that will continue to come.
Marky Johnson's 98-yard kick return for a touchdown. What kind of momentum should that give
Well, it got it to a score, and I think it was a sign that hey, we can play in this game. We needed to follow it up with a stop, and we didn't do that. We couldn't get them off the field on third down all night, and that's that's certainly credit to them. But there was plays I think for us to make, and we just didn't do it tonight.
Sorry if you already asked this question, but between there's a lot riding on this game with injuries and just playing an FBS program, what was probably your biggest takeaway from this game?
Well, we lost by 40, and I don't think we had any expectation to just come in here and show up and play. We wanted to come in here and compete, and we didn't do that. So own it. Own this game, own our performance, own our preparation, and like I said before, we can't lose this team more than once. We lost to them tonight. We can't let this linger. And if you let a performance linger, if you don't learn from a performance, shame on us, shame on whatever. And so we didn't get it done tonight, and it's as simple as that.
Is there anything you didn't mention that you wanted to take away a silver lining from this game?
Not really. I thought our guys, by and large, continued to play, but no, we weren't coming in here to just show up and play in front of a big crowd. We were coming in here with the intent to compete and win a football game, and we didn't put ourselves in position to do that. Credit to them. I do think Oregon State's a good football team. I do, and however their season plays out, they do things well as far as controlling the football, but having balance on offense. They got good front on defense, a good old line. So I think we definitely got to recognize we played a good team. We just didn't play our best tonight.
It seemed like Taylor pulled out a lot of creative plays, especially on that first drive. What did you kind of think, especially about the first drive and the different formations?
Well, I think we knew we were going to have to be creative, and we'll have to continue to be. That's the nature of where we're at right now, but it still comes down to playing the brand of football where we're staying on the field, and then we're getting the other team off the field. However you do it, it really doesn't matter. We're going to figure out a way to do that offensively, and then defensively get off the field, and that's what we're about. Winning games, high-scored games. That's probably not going to be our MO. Back and forth games like that where there's crazy points. We got to be able to. I just look at the way that all the positions the defense was put in tonight. I know we gave up a bunch of points and a bunch of yards, but boy, the situations they were put in, that's not complimentary football. And that's what we pride ourselves in, and it just didn't happen tonight.
Other than giving up a bunch of points, what's the biggest thing you guys need to clean up come next Saturday?
I would guess there's a fair level of execution. Again, I don't think it's effort. The margin in a game like this from an execution point of view is really thin. You need a few breaks, and a good team probably isn't going to just hand you those breaks. You got to create them, and we didn't do that tonight. And I think you could look at each phase of the football team, offense, defense, special teams, and say, all right, the whole outfit needs to take a step forward.
Sean had multiple rushing touchdowns again tonight. I guess what you see out of him, especially in the run game?
Well, I think no different than our first couple games. We get down there close. I think he's a lot to handle. So we utilize him in that regard, and we'll continue to. So I guess there was I'm sure that we're going to pull out some bright spots, but not nearly as many as we need to.
What's the most important factor in turning the page to Big Sky Conference play?
It's just turning the page. Yeah. It's flying back tonight, letting this sink in. I don't think it's as simple as you walk out of the stadium and it's over. I think we gotta go in as coaches and watch the film tomorrow. Our guys that were on the field a lot have to be in that training room tomorrow, and come Monday morning. We got to go through the film with our players and say, okay, this is where we're at. This is what needed to be done on this evening, and put together a great plan and a great week of practice to go and play Eastern Washington next week. It's as simple as that. This is third game of the season. and we got all Big Sky play in front of us yet, and we got to lick our wounds and figure out what we need to do better and go do it next week.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any town pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Can you take us through the opening drive? You and Sean were both on the field quite a bit, obviously part of the game plan, but how were you able to execute that? And what was it like being on the field with him?
Yeah, just great game plan from our coaching staff, and they gave us opportunities and we made plays.
How would you describe your just overall feelings right now?
Frustrated.
What frustrates you about this game?
I think the coaching staff and everyone did a great job of preparing us. We knew what we were going to get. We knew they were a good team. I think we had a lot of guys make a lot of great plays, and I think we just got to take care of the ball. So.
On the picks, was it mixed coverages, or it looked like one of them just a miscommunication with the receiver?
Yeah, miscommunications, not seeing it the same. Yeah, just a lot of mistakes on my part.
How important is ball protection going to be, you think, going into Big Sky play? This is kind of the first time it's been exposed, just playing against a team like Oregon State.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what our offense is going to be, based on. We got to take care of the ball. Defense is going to take it away, and that's kind of what Montana State football is. So, obviously, we didn't uphold our half.
Tommy, how much do you think that three of your top running backs being out this game affected your guys' play tonight?
I don't think it affected our play. I mean, obviously those guys are important to us. They're important, every single day. They're great human beings outside of just being football players, So obviously, they're great guys that are at practice and supporting us and caring about us and engage into the, game plan regardless. I think, we dealt with it. We started our game plan so that we could, obviously deal with that. But I don't think it affected us a whole lot. I think,
Was there the speed of their defense, did that contribute, I guess, to some of the struggles, or how much did it contribute?
Yeah, I mean, they have great players, length and speed. I'll definitely give it to them. They're great athletes. Very disciplined.
There's going to be a lot to take away from this game once you get to dive in that game film. But other than ball protection, what do you guys need to fix before you flip that page to conference play next week?
I think it'll be a great. I was proud of the guys for fighting, with the punches that they kept, giving us. We just took care of what we could take care of, and they did their jobs in every single play, and I think that's something that we definitely can take away from this. Is you don't obviously those last 2 games didn't get a whole lot of opportunities to deal with struggles and come back from it. So I was really proud of the guys tonight, and that's something we'll take away from this.
What did you think of your partner in crime, Sean Chambers' performance out there tonight?
Yeah, he worked his butt off. He got in there, made a bunch of plays. He ran the ball really well and made a bunch of great reads.
Lining up a receiver and running back. I mean, how much of that was based off of last year and you playing so many of those positions last year?
Yeah, it was just kind of part of the game plan this week. We felt like that'd be useful to go against a defense like this with their speed and their length, and we had to kind of show them something different. That was kind of the idea. So.
Is it a silver lining at all, or do you take some optimism going into next week, knowing how well you guys rush the ball, especially you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're based on the run, so it gives us some hope that we were able to run the ball against a Pac-12 school like this. But we certainly got to take care of the stuff in the passing game.
In just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and BlackfootSmallBusiness.com.
Is that something you guys expected, or I guess how was Oregon State able to move the ball, especially up the seams like they did?
Honestly, I think they just prepared well and they attacked our weaknesses each play, which hurt us. But we got to adjust for that for the following weeks.
What do you guys take from a game like this when you do play a Pac-12 opponent with just the week before Big Sky play begins?
It's always a learning experience. We came out here, we got our butts kicked, but everything's a learning experience for us.
You had a couple big tackles out there, so you're pretty pumped up. After both of them. Maybe how excited were you just, especially in that first half, playing in front of this crowd?
Yeah, whenever I make a tackle or a big play, it's always a celebration or accomplishment for me. So, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to make these plays for the team, put my team in the best position to win the game.
You think playing an opponent like this, how much do you think playing an opponent like this will help you guys down the line?
Yeah, obviously this is one of the better opponents that we'll see this year, so being able to try to match up with these guys will obviously help us next week for conference.
What kind of challenges does a team like Oregon State present you guys, whether it's the O-line or even the receivers?
Just the talent, the skill, the scheme, it's all a level, above the norm, so we knew that coming in that this is going to be a good team, a well-prepared team, so yeah.
Let's touch on that goal had and that you were at the collegiate coverage there. You kind of just almost tip your cap when somebody makes a catch like that.
Yeah, that was a great throw, great catch, but me being a corner and hard on myself, I gotta be in a position to make that play every time. So that's on me.
How do you readjust with Big Sky play on the horizon? Then what's the key?
Can you repeat that?
How do you adjust with league play on the horizon? What's the key?
Just getting back in the film room and keep preparing like how we always do every time.
All good.